the main event. Who will face Patchy Mix in the final? Here are the numbers, John.
Come on, just take a look at it. 18-1 for Raufeon Stots, 13-1 for Danny Sabatello. It doesn't get any better.
Here's Michael C. Williams.
Bellator MMA live on Showtime from Mohegan Sun Arena. The time has come to conclude our double main event to wrap up the semifinals of the $1 million Bantamweight World Grand Prix. We'll go now to five-minute rounds for the interim Bellator Bantamweight World Championship. First, introducing the blue corner. At 5'10", weighing in 135 pounds even after the wild card victory and dominant opening round, he brings a near-perfect professional record of 13-1, ranked at number 6. He fights out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, by way of Chicago, Illinois, presenting the challenger, Danny, the Italian gangster, Sabatello. And across the cage, the champion fights out of the red corner at 5'7", weighing in 134.4 pounds. After the opening round knockout victory, secured the title. Tonight, he makes his first defense as he too enters nearly perfect, bringing 18 professional victories, just one defeat. He fights out of Houston, Texas. He is the defending interim Bellator Bantamweight World Champion, Raufeon Stots. And the referee in charge, Blake Grice.
Easy, gentlemen, you know the rules. I do expect a clean fight. Obey my command, protect yourself at all times. If you want to touch gloves, do it now.
You nervous?
Back up.
Of course they're not going to touch gloves. An electric atmosphere for this emotionally charged main event.
Stay right there.
High stakes. Raufeon Stots with 2 first-round finishes. Danny Sabatello with 6 first-round finishes.
Are you ready? Ready, fight!
Bellator Bantamweight World Grand Prix. Final about to be set. Stots or Sabatello to meet Patchy Mix for the tournament championship and the $1 million bonus check, and immediately Sabatello attacks the body with a kick.
I'd like to say all the talking is over, but that would be a lie.
Stots worked at Rufus Sport with the current Bantamweight champion, Sergio Pettis, was supposed to face Pettis in the quarterfinals. There's a level change sprawl by Stots, so already Stots defending a takedown attempt by Sabatello.
Saw the positional change. Stots was controlling that center of the ring, pushing Sabatello's back to the fence when he went down on one knee. Sabatello changed position. Stots was close to the fence. That's when he shot in.
Mentioned that Stots worked with Sergio Pettis at Rufus Sport, as Sabatello does secure his first takedown. But then Stots moved to Extreme Couture, now working in his hometown of Houston with Eve Edwards, and Danny Sabatello has his back. Well, the Sabatello fan club dropping F-bombs of their own, John.
Right here, he's getting a little high, but he's in a good position. You notice how he grabbed the leg to keep himself from being tossed over the top. Sabatello being very smart with his hands where he's putting them. He's got a heavy hip ride right here. He's just going to try to hold position. Try to maintain that back break. Raufeon Stots down into the grounded position.
Another pick-em matchup. Stots a little more fight experience, both well-rounded. Stots with 4 knockouts, 4 submissions. Sabatello with 3 KOs and 4 submissions. And Sabatello continues trying to control Stots from his back.
Stots pushing down on that arm. What he's trying to do is slide his other arm around so he can get to grabbing into Sabatello's body. He's unable to do it.
Seatbelt. And now Stots trying to break the grip. Past the midway point of the opening round.
Sabatello doing a really nice job of body positioning. He's flowing with everything that Raufeon Stots is doing to defend. He's flowing into the next position.
Rolling for it, perhaps. Oh, escape. Maybe even a potential knee bar attempt, but it's Sabatello, north-south, sprawling. Putting his...
Sabatello almost with a cradle. Take a look at the leg there and see with the head. He's got that cradle position, lets the head go.
Again, captain of the Purdue wrestling team, and in fact, former Bellator champ Juan Archuleta, who replaced Sergio Pettis in the Grand Prix, was ousted by Stots. He too wrestled at Purdue. Sabatello's coach, Mike Brown, yelling out instructions, wanting him to flatten Stots out.
Beautiful job with the wizard by Stots.
And Stots turns the table. Stots now trying to take the back of Sabatello. Now it's scramble.
Man, there's a lot of energy going out right now, Moro. These guys are going for it. But this is part of Danny Sabatello's plan. He believes that conditioning is another weapon. It's another tool he can use to break down Stots.
Well, he said he thought that the pressure was going to result in Stots trying to take him out early, which would cause him to fatigue. Instead, it's the wrestling of Sabatello who's trying to drain that gas tank early for Stots.
Close to the groin there with that knee.
No surprise when it comes to Danny Sabatello's strategy. 1 for 2 in the takedown department. They jockey for position. Not a lot of striking offense, but Sabatello putting the pressure on Stots as we head to round 2. Stots looking to avoid that suffocating pressure from Sabatello when it comes to wrestling. Here we go with round number 2. Big John has the unofficial scorecard. How did you adjudicate the first 5 minutes?
You know, in that, with Sabatello controlling most of where that fight was going to take place in the grappling realm, I have Danny Sabatello up 10-9. Hear the corner of Raufeon Stots talking about control that center. Part of their game plan is keep Sabatello's back to the fence. That way, if he shoots, you have all that room to work within.
Convivial atmosphere here to wrap up the Bellator MMA year with Stots supporters, Sabatello supporters. There's the shot from Sabatello, stuffed by Stots. And Stots corner, that's Eve Edwards on the left, Eric Nixick on the right.
That's a nice right hand by Danny Sabatello there.
Jab right there. Keep your jab in his mouth. Straight stuff, straight stuff. Straight stuff to start.
And I know that Raufeon is worried about Danny shooting, but he's got to throw more than just the one. He's got to throw in combinations. That's what'll catch him.
You said go, go!
You said go! Part of that is Danny does not want there to be a break. Again, it's the conditioning. He believes that he can push Raufeon past that point of the comfort zone. That's a tool.
Remember, Stots, nice right uppercut on the exit. Stots came from behind to knock out Juan Archuleta. Meanwhile, Sabatello proved he can go 5 rounds against Leandro Higo. And there again, Stots shooting, or excuse me, Sabatello. Stots stops it.
Stots should be moving his feet, circling out right now, get his back away from that cage.
And again, another takedown attempt that is denied by Stots. 1 for 6 now for Danny Sabatello in the takedown department. Sabatello able to put Stots on his back.
Very nicely done by Danny Sabatello. Got those underhooks. Nice rotation to get him down. Raufeon Stots not used to being on his back in an MMA fight.
Stots attempting to escape, not accepting this position. But for Danny Sabatello, proud to be that proverbial wet blanket in terms of just smothering you in top position. Now transitions to the back. Good escape there by
a beautiful reshoot by Danny Sabatello.
Yep.
Those elbows right there, those are key for Raufeon Stots. In this position, when you get the opportunity to land any kind of strike, Raufeon Stots needs to make Danny pay for this attempt at the takedown.
Final minute, and again, Sabatello looking to take the back of Raufeon Stots, but against the fence with 50 seconds left in the second.
Let's try what you're seeing here. Danny Sabatello's got that. You can look towards a lot of different types of things like a twister, but his leg is in a position. Look out for that knee bar. Knee bar is in place.
Raufeon Stots attempting the knee bar. Danny Sabatello.
Got to extend that leg.
Oh, Sabatello slips on, immediately goes back on top. So Raufeon Stots searching for the submission in the latter stages of the second round, but he'll end the round with Danny Sabatello on his back.
Pressure, pressure, pressure on Raufeon Stots.
And that's Danny Sabatello's MO, pushing the pace, putting the pressure on, securing the takedowns, and then wearing you down. John, your scorecard, you have it even after 2.
I do. You take a look. Raufeon Stots actually landed the better striking by far in the second round. He was the one with the submission attempt. I had a lot of control from Danny Sabatello. That ain't going to win the fight.
That body kick countered by a 2-punch combination by Raufeon Stots. And Stots leads with the right hook, left hand. Fighting out of the southpaw stance, backing up. Sabatello, so Stots putting on pressure, sprawls on the takedown attempt by Sabatello.
Why you see Raufeon Stots on his knee? He knows that he cannot be knee to the face in that position. He's got his head off to the side, so he's standing down at knee. He cannot do that.
His knees down. Come right over here. Hey, come here for me. I don't think it was hard to hurt you, but I'm not gonna let that happen. Stand right there.
See where that knee is. That makes him a grounded fighter. When he brings that knee up, really doesn't touch him. I do not think that Blake Rice is going to take any points. But Danny Sabatello cannot knee him at that point. He's got to go to the body or stay away from the knees altogether.
Fight resumes. It's past 1 minute gone here in round 3. 3 for 10 in the takedown department for Sabatello. Stots beginning to mix up his striking attack with punches and kicks.
That was a nice kick that Danny Sabatello slipped in there, though. starting to stuff the takedowns.
Oh, he's stuffed 8 of them. That front kick by Sabatello continues to flash it, but hasn't earned any reward yet. That left hand landed for Stots, and immediately Sabatello went for the takedown as Stots has the edge in the striking.
If Stots starts to use that jab, follow it up with that straight left hand.
Oh, head kick. There's that kick that
that's what we're talking about.
Knocked out Archuleta. And in fact, in his career, Danny Sabatello has a head kick KO as well. There's a nice stiff jab from the southpaw stance by Stots.
And as you said, Danny Sabatello's only loss was due to body blows. That left kick to the liver, that is a dangerous weapon.
Left hand lands for Sabatello, midway point of the third. Patchy mix, watching on after dispatching Magomedov. And now Stots goes for the takedown. Level change, defended along the fence by Sabatello. And in fact, according to our stats, that's the first takedown attempt by Raufeon Stots.
And he definitely got that takedown. Danny tried to slide through it, wasn't able to. He's going to try to work his way back to his feet, but he needs to be careful about giving his back.
And Stots has Sabatello cross side position, now side control.
See, an inside control position, a lot of guys don't like it because you have to use your arms to help control the body. It's tough to get your legs in position. That's like what the crucifix will do. It'll help control the body with the use of the legs.
And now Stots looking to go to full mount, but instead back to north-south, and Sabatello gets back up to a vertical base. Knee up the middle by Stots, controlling Sabatello's head. Crowd screaming for knees. Sabatello has the hook in, looking to take Stots back. Under a minute left in the third.
And the only thing I can look at when I see that change of position like that is that Raufeon Stots is getting a little bit tired.
Sabatello's attempted 14 takedowns, has secured 4.
Stott needs to get his head off to the side. Get your head high. It's your way of getting to a better position against your opponent. Head high here will win.
So, not surprisingly, Stots with the advantage in the striking department. Sabatello with the edge in the wrestling department. Something's got to give, Big John.
Problem for Danny Sabatello. Yeah, I think he's getting tired. But every time he gets into the grappling situation, he's holding. He's not doing any damage.
Another left head kick delivered by Stots as we go to the fourth.
Ready, fight.
Fourth round underway. How do you have it on your unofficial scorecard, John?
Unofficially, I have Raufeon Stots up right now, 29-28. Big thing that I'm seeing out of Sabatello, he's getting those takedowns at times, and he's getting the positions where he can control. He's doing 0 damage, and control is the last thing that you get credit for. It is effective striking and effective grappling.
And Sabatello just out of range when it comes to his striking. There's a jab by Stots at front kick again. Inches away from the face of Stots. Lead. Stiff jab there by Stots, and Sabatello lands a right.
Almost turned that over as a hook.
Sprawl by Stots, knee by Sabatello. Sabatello again reshoots, but this time able to go and immediately trying to transition to scramble. There's that control by Sabatello.
Again, got a cradle position here. Sabatello did a beautiful job of reshooting and then reshooting again. That's what he's so tenacious in that attack. See, this cradles are a great technique for pinning your opponent in wrestling, but in MMA, it's not going to do anything except get you to the position.
Stots said that Sabatello's the most one-dimensional fighter in Bellator, but that one dimension has served him well.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of guys that are pretty one-dimensional, awfully good in the sport of MMA by being so good that you can't stop that one thing.
The age-old question, right? Good at a bunch of things or great at one?
That's it. Sabatello right now reaching through. He's looking for that anaconda choke. Not sure if he's going to get it. Goes
transitions to the back. And again, Stots rolling. But Sabatello maintains control. Just past the midway point of the fourth. Sabatello attempting to put in the hook scramble.
And talking to Sabatello earlier on, he said, all I have to do is win one of the first 3 rounds. I guarantee you that the 4th and 5th, the championship rounds, will be mine. Right now, he's trying to prove it. Sabatello needs to know, I'm losing that position to change. That's what he's doing. Very nice work by Danny Sabatello. But again, more control. He's winning the control factor. He's just not being able to do any type of damage. No strikes, no submission attempts.
Again, Stots giving up his back.
There he goes with the strike.
Rolling again, but Sabatello with the hook in. A minute and a half left in the penultimate round. There's Stots turning into Sabatello. Has the front headlock now. Breaks.
After all of his grappling, everything that you've seen, their arms have to be incredibly heavy. There's a ton of lactic acid buildup. Makes it very difficult to snap your punches out there.
There's a right.
Beautiful.
And a nice left hand down the middle by Stots. Jab lands for Stots.
Stots really needs to go to that jab. That jab's going to open up everything for him. If he just sits there and starts to pick him apart with it, then use the left hand, change levels with your punches to the body and then back to the head.
Knee by Sabatello. 15 seconds left in the 4th round. It'll come down to 5 minutes or less to determine who meets Patchy Mix in the final. 5th and final round. Raufeon Stots has won 10 in a row. Danny Sabatello has won 7 in a row. Both undefeated in the Bellator cage. Both looking to advance to the final against Patchy Mix, and it very well could come down to this final round.
You take a look right now. Stots utilizing all of that motion, hitting that jab, but always aware, waiting for the shot from Sabatello.
And there it is, sprawl by Stots. Of course, takes energy to sprawl as well, John. And
Oh, yes, it does. One of the things I said is, really, whoever wins this fight, at the end, there was a lot of talking, but there's going to be respect because they both are outstanding fighters. You're going to have to respect a guy that can go in there and go with you that long. That's what we have.
Stots defends another takedown. Front kick to the midsection. Minute and a half gone here in the final round. There's a straight left down the middle by Stots, and again he stuffs the takedown attempt, but the tenacious Sabatello continues to go for it, and there takes the back again of Stots. But Stots, what a wild scramble.
He is so tenacious in going after that takedown. You think Stots is going to run himself out, but Sabatello continues to go after him and ends up where he's close to having a great position on his back. Unable to truly control it right now, but we'll see what he does.
Elbows.
And this is the problem for Danny. He's holding on in a grappling position, but he's getting elbowed to the head. All those are just strikes that just add up because he's holding, and position doesn't mean anything. Stots really not in a position to make the knee bar work, but he's torquing on it, trying to straighten that leg out. Danny starts to duck his head down. That's why the referees tell him watch the back of the head, as Danny's trying to hide his head. Now that he got his leg free, he has the ability to come on top.
Sabatello continues to work from Stots' back. Stots working his way back up to his feet again, rolling through. But Sabatello maintains control of Stots' back. A minute and a half left in the fight.
Trying to break the hands apart. Raufeon can get high, start moving himself towards Danny Sabatello's head. Danny Sabatello trying to hold on. Now in the guard position. Nice movement by Danny Sabatello.
Sabatello began wrestling at the age of 4, two-time state champion in high school in Illinois, captain of the team at Purdue, where he was a 3-time NCAA Division I championships qualifier. Wrestling's been in his blood since day one. And his wrestling may indeed propel him to the final against Patchy Mix.
I don't know. Just holding on. There is no submission attempts. There is no strikes. He has been hit how many times in this round, including the stand-up section, and he has landed nothing. It is not about being able to grapple. Put a submission on. Strike him. When you're holding, it's not going to end up getting you the win.
And there's Stots now, exploding back now into north-south, 15 seconds left. Stots has a huge advantage in the striking stats, and Danny Sabatello only 4'19", eats the knee, tries the knee of his own, and finally, where was this kind of action for the last 25 minutes? But Sabatello and Stots go the distance.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance, we'll go now to your 3 judges at cage side. Your first, Doug Crosby, scores the fight 50-45. He sees it for Sabatello. Your second judge, Eric Colon, scores it 48-47. He sees the fight for Stots. Your third and final judge at cage side, Brian Miner, scores it 48-47. For the winner by split decision, advancing to the finals of the $1 million Bantamweight World Grand Prix, and still interim Bellator Bantamweight World Champion, Raufeon Stots.
Raufeon Stots, much to the delight of his father, watching his son fight in person for the first time, slips past Danny Sabatello via split decision, and Danny Sabatello has left the building. Let's go to Big John McCarthy.
Raufeon Stots wants something to say. I'll give you the mic for a second.
Hey, everybody in Connecticut, I want you to say this with me. Nah, 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 nah. Nah, 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 nah. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye. Fuck you, Sabatello.
Okay, let's start now. Hey, that one you got to admit, he's a tough sucker. He's a tenacious fighter. He came after you with wrestling, but he didn't do any damage to you.
He didn't do no damage. I was walking him down the whole time. I had his face bloody. I got blood all in that highlighter head, and we moving on to the finals, baby.
When you talk about being a wrestler, there were times you were caught in cradles. There was all kinds of different things, but you're not getting pinned here. It's about damage. What was it you was going through your mind, though? Were you thinking about, I got to get out, I got to do something?
Yeah, I was definitely thinking separation and damage. He was trying to control me, hold my nuts all fucking fight. But hugging nuts don't win fights. Damage do. Let's go.
I did win the fight last time I fought Raufeon about a year ago. Now we're in my backyard. I run Chicago.
I definitely think nobody in Chicago likes you.
When Bellator called me and asked if I wanted to fight Stots in Chicago, I really couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe he was awake after Patchy knocked him the fuck out.
I got knocked out by Patchy Mix, correct? He had to kill me to get out of there. Who you lost to? Magomed. Have you seen a picture of you tapping? You gotta live with that. You was conscious. At least I went to sleep. You was conscious. You made a conscious decision to give the fuck up. Like, I can't take this shit no more.
All right. This is... Our tape for this bantamweight matchup. Really, I'm going to this because Danny Sabatello said it's the big difference. He goes, he's old. He's 34 years of age. I'm a young 30. We're going to see if the Italian gangster is right.
Here's Michael C. Williams.
Bellator MMA turns now to the bantamweight division for the rematch of the most contentious fight in Bellator Grand Prix history. Set now for 3 5-minute rounds live on Showtime. We introduce first the blue corner. At 5'10", weighing in 135.8 pounds, taking the loss in their first matchup tonight. He looks to even the score, entering as a professional with 14 wins, 3 losses. Now at number 6 in the rankings, he hails from right here in Chicago, Illinois, presenting Danny, the Italian gangster, Sabatello. And across the cage, his adversary tonight fights out of the red corner at 5'7", weighing in the same at 135.8 pounds. After advancing to the Grand Prix final, now he looks to align himself for a world title shot with the number 2 ranking. Tonight, he stands with 19 professional victories, just 2 defeats. From Houston, Texas, introducing Raufeon Stots. Charge your referee, Rob Madrigal.
All right, gentlemen, you protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Want to fight hard, fight clean. You want to touch gloves, do it out. That's up to you.
We've heard a lot of F-bombs. Are they going to be able to detonate the kind of bombs that damage and knock out your opponents? Raufeon Stots, Danny Sabatello, the sequel. And Danny Sabatello launches a knee similar to what Patchy Mix did. He scored a knee knockout at 80 seconds of the opening round, and that was with his left knee. But Sabatello definitely coming out much more aggressively.
Absolutely coming after him, and Stots going after him. But this is, Sabatello has got beautiful wrestling. He can shoot from distances that other guys can't.
Remember, Stots lost the final of the Grand Prix via knee knockout from Patchy Mix 80 seconds into that fight. And now Stots, though, has secured Sabatello's neck with Sabatello in top position. Sabatello 1 for 1 already in takedowns.
Sabatello is not in any trouble right at this moment. It's just an arm over his neck. It's the question, does Sabatello establish this takedown? And what does he do once he does? Does he start to, as you're seeing, he's trying to start to strike. He needs to do damage. Good job by Sabatello to keep that half guard. Stots did a nice job to move it. Wasn't able to get it back to full guard.
What's ahead, Danny?
First meeting took place in the World Grand Prix, of course. Both looking to get back on the winning track, and Chicago chanting for their own. Chance of Danny, and Sabatello continues to control. Nice scramble, and the reversal by Stots into north-south position, that front headlock.
Beautiful athleticism by Raufeon Stots there to get himself back up.
Two minutes gone here in the first. Sabatello just missing with that right head kick. Body kick by Stots, the southpaw lining up. Sabatello with a three-punch combination.
Beautifully done by Raufeon Stots.
Head kick again by Sabatello. So they are delivering on their promise to make this a much more offensive affair, John.
Well, we always talk about, well, you get a chance to punch him in the face. Well, they're both getting that chance, and they're both going after it.
And Sabatello again searching for the spectacular finish with a knee knockout, the second knee attack. Here in round one, the head kick again by Sabatello.
Something with Sabatello's camp. Mike Brown saw something about bringing that high kick up on Raufeon Stots, and that's why Danny Sabatello is going back to that well so many times.
And he's going back to the wrestling well as well. 2 for 2 as Stots tries to escape. Let's listen to the master Mike Brown.
Again, he's got to get those hooks.
Sabatello with back control.
Sabatello was able to get one hook. He couldn't get that far side hook, and that made a difference.
Knee strike to the thigh area. Stots using the hand to post, now back on his feet. Coming up on the final 90 seconds of the first round.
You know, many times when we have guys in a rematch, we'll say, well, this is going to be round 6. And they come out not trying to feel each other up. They just come out fighting. That's what we got right now.
Sabatello looking for the body lock trip takedown. Well defended by Stots, and Stots ends up top position. A mad scramble, the chaos early here in round one. Tremendous stuff here between Sabatello and Stots. Lateral drop. A minute left in the first.
Beautifully, oh!
Wow.
Danny Sabatello had a chance in our triangle. Raufeon Stots fought his way right through it.
Sensational scrambling. Two bitter rivals putting on a show here in the first frame. Stots now has Sabatello's back. Sabatello to his feet.
Nice knee by Stots, being smart with it. He's got that arm underneath with Sabatello so he can try to shuck him up and bring the knee high.
Round one of their first meeting saw Stots go 14 of 18 in the striking department. Sabatello was 7 for 14. Here tonight, round one, Stots 16 of 28. Sabatello 19 of 31. Fantastic first round.
Unbelievable.
Crowd fired up here as we begin round number 2, and Mike Brown wanted Danny Sabatello to continue with the kicks, the head kick, but fake 2 of them and then deliver it, and there he goes again. Another kick, and there's the counter left hand from Stots. So Sabatello has definitely shored up his striking since their first meeting and since the fight against Magomedov.
No, he's looking good. He's making a lot of changes in being aggressive in different fashions. It's not just the wrestling attack. Raufeon Stots needs to keep that left hand.
Oh, beautiful combination.
Needs to keep it up on his chin to make sure, because Sabatello, again, he's gone to that well too many times. There he goes again.
And another kick. This time the naked shot sprawled by Stots. Stots attacking the neck, delivering knees up the middle. Sabatello escapes his head and now delivers a knee to Stots. And now the back take by Sabatello.
Beautiful duck under by Sabatello to get the back. Only one hook, though. Still with one hook. Switched over, but Danny Sabatello wants to get. That's a beautiful job by Raufeon Stots. He wants to drive his shoulders towards that mat.
Seatbelt grip. Sabatello. Stots back, now pops his head out to the side and scrambled by Stots. Sabatello 4 for 8 in the takedown department. Landing already as many takedowns as he did in the entire 5-round fight the first time around.
And here's where Sabatello needs to start to open himself up. Get that hook and now start throwing shots. Go for the submission.
Looking to flatten out Stots, meanwhile, making it difficult to do so. Body triangle employed by Sabatello. Similar to what we see from the man who won the Grand Prix, Patchy Mixon, who will be challenging Sergio Pettis for the undisputed bantamweight title coming up after this fight. Midway point of the round and the fight.
Right now, Danny Sabatello kind of looking towards an arm triangle. Raufeon Stots needs to turn his body to the right. He needs to put that foot of Danny Sabatello's on that mat.
Can't get it twisted. Just over 2 minutes left here in the second.
See how the arm triangle is getting set. Great job by Stots to give it some room.
Stots has never been submitted. And Stots now in top position, another brilliant escape.
Beautifully done by Raufeon Stots. Again, you're getting back to the point where when you're seeing Raufeon Stots in the grappling, see how he's trying to do damage.
And from Stots, Sabatello up to give up. Back here, the Stots continues to ride him with 60 seconds left here in the second round. A fight in which we see more scrambles in your favorite breakfast spot, and as Sabatello now continues to try to create another one.
Raufeon Stots doing a great job here with a lot of pressure on Sabatello.
Sabatello on his feet, but there's a jab from the southpaw. Stots, and again, landing those punches, lands the head kick. Sabatello with the shot, the sprawl by Stots, and Sabatello diligently going to secure the takedown, his 5th.
Great round.
Wow! Let's hear. Sweep, what an amazing fight. Another reversal by Stots. Tremendous stuff between these two arch rivals, John.
Loving it.
Third and final round of their second meeting. The 8th round of this rivalry. One of the most bitterly contested in Bellator MMA history, staring daggers through each other's eyes as they begin round 3, and immediately Stots pops Sabatello in the face with a left. And the Chicago crowd behind their fighter, Danny Sabatello. Oh, and Sabatello got rocked! And immediately Stots attacking the neck. Sabatello's
just tenacious and trying to get to that takedown. He got dropped. He's in a position just to get his mind clear right now.
Knee to the midsection by Stots, sprawling on that takedown attempt by Sabatello. Another knee. Yeah, Sabatello looking to create a frame there for some distance.
Both these guys are in incredible condition.
Oh, again the duck going. Back take by Sabatello.
Beautifully. Back to the body triangle. He's got the figure 4 on him. See, this is Sabatello. I'm not upset with him taking the time. He's still got to clear his head, but he's got to at least, at some point, start to open up. Don't just hold here. You've got good position. Do something with it.
There's only 3.5 minutes left in the fight. Reminder, the first meeting was 5-rounder. This one only 3, and similar to their first meeting, John, Sabatello with more takedowns, more ground control time. Stots with the advantage in terms of total strikes landed.
No doubt.
And yet Sabatello's done much better in the striking department tonight in many ways in terms of his diversity.
Absolutely. And he's going again for that same arm triangle choke that he tried in the second round. He obviously has been working on this.
Got 5 submission wins, including an arm triangle victory.
And you notice how he's holding on to the wrist of Raufeon Stots and trying to keep him from being able to move that arm out.
And another reversal by Stots in the top position. Great. 2.5 minutes left. Fist by Stots, looking for his own attempt, perhaps at an arm triangle. Is Sabatello on his side, wing blocking, answering that foe. Crowd trying to rally Sabatello.
Stots doing a great job moving his hips with Sabatello.
Under 2 minutes left.
That was a big elbow by Raufeon Stots. You don't see Danny Sabatello many times stop moving, and right now he's kind of stopped, meaning that he's trying to catch a little bit of air. Great job by Sabatello there.
And a great job by Stots to remain in control. And
they're just going. Look at him.
Beautiful scrambles.
Beautiful
grappling. Sprawl by Stots. Under 90 seconds left. Sabatello head first into the cage. Stots again going on the attack. Stots has thrown 120 strikes, twice as many as Sabatello.
Sabatello trying to tie up the anaconda here.
Looking for that anaconda choke, but
it's not
Stots is not in trouble.
No, he's going to have to crush that space and get a hold of that left leg of Raufeon Stots.
Under a minute left in the fight.
Raufeon starting to turn the position. They're just kind of stuck there. That choke is not working. He doesn't have what it takes. You've got to be able to crush the space and bring the head towards the body. Right now, Raufeon's able to breathe clear.
These two bitter rivals have completed 8 rounds of action.
Every time you see Raufeon going towards that side, it's getting tighter. Nice job.
Raufeon Stots, Danny Sabatello go the distance.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the decision, we go down to your 3 judges at cage side. Brian Puccello, Brandon Mason, Brian Miner, all having it the same at 29-28. All for the winner by unanimous decision. Raufeon Stots.
Raufeon Stots now 2-0 against Danny Sabatello.
Come on, don't run, baby.
You know this battle is not over.
Don't run, you know it's not.
Go again. That's two close ones. I won this one again. We're gonna go again.
I told you. Hey, I told you.
Let's go to Big John McCarthy.
All right. I'm here with the winner.
I just got one
Raufeon
question.
Stots.
Don't leave. Don't you leave, you motherfucker. Don't you leave. You're in your hometown. Make him shake my hand like a man.
Raufeon, that fight was incredible.
Yeah.
The transitions, the striking,
Yeah.
it was way better than the first one. Do you have respect for Danny Sabatello?
I got respect. I have more respect if he came in and shake my hand instead of running off like a little girl. I would have more respect. I respect everybody in Chicago though, but Danny I just don't like.
Let me ask one question. Off of that fight, is it over or do you want another one?
Hey, anytime somebody pay me to punch Danny Sabatello in the mouth, I'm gonna take that money every time, 10 out of 10 times. Sign it up again.
Sounds good to me, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Raufeon Stots.
Click below to subscribe and watch more MMA content.